Okay, let's start right away. Hey everyone, the XRP SEC case is finally over. Everyone has been waiting for this moment for a very long time. It's not really breaking news at this point, is it? This whole thing ended about a week ago. However, once they made the news, everyone went crazy with rumors about whether it was really over or if we'd have to wait a long time for the SEC to confirm it with official words. So, do you know what happened? Boom, it didn't take long at all. The SEC just put out their next report. In line with their news that both parties filed their joint dismissal on the 12th, this document release was made public that same day. Now let's get to the point. The paper was supposed to be released on August 7th, but it wasn't until August 12th. It basically just lists the dismissals from both sides. Yes, this is official proof from the SEC that the case is over. I've said this for a long time, a huge change is going to happen with Ripple and XRP once all of this court stuff is over. And now that RLUSD is also being released, man, RLUSD is about to gain a lot of speed. Then when I say momentum, I don't just mean raising the price, I mean real adoption, big relationships, and getting in front of a lot more people. Ripple, XRP, and RLUSD are going to be the center of a lot of action that we never would have seen while this case was going on. I'm really excited that this part can finally come to an end. The thing in question was like a huge obstacle that was stopping everything. Now, there's nothing stopping XRP from hitting new all-time highs, being used for what it was created for, and going viral everywhere. Ripple has nothing stopping them from growing and forming partnerships with some very big names. RLUSD could also be a part of those deals, though. There is no end to what can be done here. Also, I really believe that some big news is about to come out about Ripple, XRP, and RLUSD. In order to clear the air, Hester Peirce wrote a blog post last week saying that the SEC ended their Ripple case for good. There's a good reason why she called it a welcome change. And now that all the legal drama is over, the SEC can focus on making crypto rules that are easy to understand instead of fighting in court. It's like starting over. Now, their only goal is to make that clear regulatory system for crypto. As soon as Commissioner Peirce spoke, Paul Atkins jumped in and said she was right. He says, now that this case is over, we don't have to spend all our time in courtrooms anymore. Let's get to work on policy. Building rules that actually support new ideas while still keeping investors safe is his whole thing. The best part is now here. From what I can tell, the crypto business is about to go through a huge change. All of this is part of Project Crypto, which Paul Atkins talked about. I have to say that it's pretty exciting to finally finish what was the biggest crypto case ever and start working on things that will help this area become very valuable very quickly. This isn't just about big news either. This is about real parenting. This whole legal mess slowed down a lot of work. A lot of people won't say this though. We usually think of Ripple as just another private company that's only interested in making money. You must remember this though. Ripple isn't just trying to make money. What they really want to do is get a lot of people to use crypto. And now that all of those law problems are solved, they can make that happen on a huge scale. I really believe that this court case was preventing a lot more than we knew. Everyone was only interested in how the price of XRP changed, but a lot was going on behind the scenes that we're only now beginning to understand. Now that this case is over, we can focus on all those other things. Let's talk about something really cool, how XRP is growing with RLUSD. Epic Chain made some really big news public on August 9th. They said that Epic is still building out its XRP-based infrastructure and that all of their real-world assets will be in line with RLUSD. This is where things get interesting. Because Epic is planning to connect Ripple and USD, they are adding a USD settlement layer to their whole environment. Tokenized real estate, cash, goods, collectibles, and everything else is what we're talking about. The fact that they are now fully committed to RLUSD is huge news. They were already fully committed to their XRP native setup, and that makes the whole thing even more complicated. And then, on August 12th, Mesh told us something else very important. Their support for RLUSD has now grown. They now handle more than 50 tokens, and RLUSD is one of them. This means that stores can now accept it at checkout. That's yet another huge growth right there. It's been really interesting that everyone has been talking about this. Do you remember how people said that most of the RLUSD stock was on Ethereum? Take a look at this from VETX0. Things look like they've been moving around a lot. It's called the spin, and it's pretty crazy. RLUSD is moving from the Ethereum ledger to the XRP ledger. Take a look. They blew up 20 million RLUSD in the RLUSD bank. This is on Etherscan. Next, they made 20 million RLUSD at the RLUSD bank on the XRP ledger in just 4 minutes, after every 4 minutes. Wow, that's some really good teamwork. This is a big change, and it really shows that RLUSD is going to really take off on the XRP ledger in the future. Here are some numbers to help you. The value of the RLUSD reached 642 million, a 24% increase in just 30 days. Also get this, 3.37 billion transfers are made every month, which is 28% more than last month. The number of monthly live addresses and holders is also going up a lot. What's really interesting me though is this. The XRP ledger's market share has grown by about 13%. In just the last 30 days, it has grown by over 30% more than Ethereum. On the XRP ledger, RLUSD is getting close to $100 million, and you can really see the movement building. Look at these XRP record numbers. The value of stablecoins has grown by 75% in the past 30 days, and RWA value went up by 60% in the same time period. It's really thrilling to watch this happen. The use of stablecoins on the XRP system is really taking off. It's not just RLUSD, as you can see. Not only is USDC rising, but other stablecoins like EUR are also joining. I'm really looking forward to seeing more of these stablecoins not only land on the XRP system, but also grow and spread there. At the moment, some of them like Euro are worth almost nothing. I fully expect that to change going forward though. Now though, things get really interesting. Monica Long recently shared important information about what will happen to the XRP system now that Ripple is no longer in trouble with the law. Thanks to subjective views for seeing this. So let me tell you what she says. Ripple is putting all of its attention on making all of the major currency pairs more open.